Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Coach Ernie is going to be talking about volume profile, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description where you can find Coach's education platform. Enjoy guys.
Hey coach, I got a quick question about volume profile, the levels and all that good stuff. So my question comes from basically the move that happened this past week where it just kept going up. So basically what happened there for me was I had my levels marked up, but then it broke through all those levels and I was thinking, okay, should I mark up these new levels because it's at a new all-time high, but then there's no really history data like hitting those lines when I do mark up those new lines. So should I just not mark up any new lines and just wait for it to come pull back to my old lines and then try to enter a trade from that? Or should I mark up new lines based on the new data that I got? Does that question make sense?
Yeah, all-time highs present a unique problem. When I say unique, it doesn't seem unique to us because we've been hitting all-time highs for the past couple of months, and you're wondering, when is this going to stop, right? It's a little bit different than what we would normally choose or have to deal with. The best that I can say is that just do your profile in the morning if it's all new highs, based on the most current information that you have. There's nothing else that you can do. I guess the other piece of advice is to trade smaller during times like this, which should be natural because, at least from our strategy point of view, because as you're getting to all-time highs, that means that volatility is probably coming down, dictating that you should be trading smaller anyways. So that's how I would look at it.
Okay.
If it's a new high that the previous day and you're there in the morning, see where the new levels are, add them in there, and then mark off your morning session and say, okay, these are my new levels for a pullback. There's not much else you can do. It's just a tough place to trade because, like I said, because volatility is lower, you got to trade smaller.
Okay. No, that makes sense because what happened was I was waiting for it to pull back to my old levels and then it never pulled back. So then what I did was I was like, let me go ahead and it's past the 12:30 in the 9:30 and the 12:30 window. So I was like, let me just go ahead and mark up the new levels just to see, just for shits and giggles. I already missed the trade. What's the worst that can happen? And as soon as I marked up those new levels, I saw a small pullback that happened on the very top level. I was like, if I would have marked up my levels earlier that morning, I would have definitely gotten that trade. But yeah. It was interesting that it was like, oh wow, okay. Had I marked it up before, I would have gotten it. So it's on par with what you're saying now. So that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's why for everybody, you should have a futures account so that you can see those overnight action happen too, because a lot of people think that, it's overnight action. It's not that much volume, but trust me, the overnight action is still impactful on the market. Plus you need futures anyways to be able to see the volume so you can create the profile structure. But that's the best that I think you can do, is just to create the structure in the morning on all-time highs. Normally what will happen is that we'll have a consolidating market where the market has dropped and there's lots of historical volume and stuff. And so the profile gets relatively mature and you're not having to update it every day. It'll go down to like once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. And in some situations, you might not have to update it for much more than once a month. But right now it's like every day because it's all-time highs, new volume, new territory. It's like an island that just keeps on getting built because a volcano keeps on erupting. And so now you have new shoreline that you have to deal with every day, except that it's not quite as volatile as an island. It's a very soft volcano.
Thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button below. If there's any questions that you might have for Coach Ernie, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks guys.